Back in March 2015, Nintendo had revealed that they were going to be entering the mobile market, making games exclusive for that market in addition to continuing the hardware-software business that they're known for. Nintendo even partnered with a company to help make mobile games called DNA, with both companies buying 10% of each other's stock. But one of the first mobile games announced by Nintendo didn't involve DNA at all. Not too long after the untimely death of Nintendo's previous president Satoru Iwata, Pokémon Go was revealed, with the news that it was going to be developed by Niantic Labs. My initial reaction to Pokémon Go was joking how people would live out their dreams of going off on their own Pokémon journeys. I knew it would be a hit, but I wasn't expecting this. Pokémon Go released near the beginning of July 2016, and to say that it's been successful would be the understatement of the century. Heck, even saying that it's a phenomenon almost feels like it would be selling the game just a little bit too short. Pokémon Go has been downloaded over 75 million times from around the world, and has become the biggest mobile game in US history. And Nintendo is definitely enjoying that success. Pokémon Go single-handedly not only gave Nintendo its highest one-day stock rise since 1983, it also single-handedly increased Nintendo's market value from $14 billion to $23 billion in just a few days. Nintendo's market cap is now at $40 billion because of this game as well, surpassing Sony's. If there was any indication about how well Nintendo could do in the mobile market, well, you're seeing it. I'm amazed at how much of a beast this has been. I haven't tried Pokémon Go, and chances are low that I will, mostly because I'm not really a fan of gaming on mobile, and my phones are terrible and can barely even connect to the internet. But I am very happy to see how successful this has been. It honestly feels like Pokemon has gone back to that initial instant phenomenon it became when it was localized to the West in 1998. It feels like that all over again, where people were addicted to the games, where the anime was all the rage, where people were obsessed with the trading cards when it was on the cover of Time magazine. I mean, I don't want to call it a resurgence for Pokemon or anything, because it's always been a phenomenon, but it's back to feeling like everyone and their mother is a Pokémaniac. But there are two questions that people are asking in the wake of Pokemon Go and its unprecedented success. Should Nintendo just go entirely mobile from now on? No, I don't think they should. Pokemon Go's massive success doesn't mean that they should just abandon the integrated hardware-software business that they've built up for over 30 years. Especially since the 3DS and its games have sold very well. And even though the Wii U's sales numbers are bad, it still generates profit for Nintendo, and even the Wii U software has sold very well. The point of Nintendo's venture into the mobile market, plus amusement park attractions and movies, is to create brand awareness. All of these new pillars for Nintendo could also make money alongside of their hardware-software business, much like how Amiibo does for Nintendo now. If it still makes money for them, why get rid of it? I think another indication of how Nintendo's mobile games will affect their dedicated hardware and software is how well Pokémon Sun and Moon will do when it's released. People are still really hyped for these games, and there are people like me who aren't going to abandon the main Pokemon series as we know it just for Pokemon Go. If anything, the opposite could happen and people could decide to pick up Sun and or Moon because of their experience with Pokemon Go. Especially if there is some sort of interactivity between the two games. I'm not sure if it'll happen with Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I'm pretty sure that's something Nintendo said they want to do with their mobile games. The other question people are asking is, will the popularity of Pokemon Go drastically drop after a while? It certainly could, but remember, this is Pokemon we're talking about. Back in the late 90s, people were quick to call Pokemon a fad. If you could travel back in time and tell people that the franchise would be celebrating its 20th anniversary, that there would be games being released to commemorate it, that the trading cards would still be around, that the anime is close to its 20th season, practically nobody would believe you. Pokemon itself is a testament to how big Pokemon Go can remain to be in the future. The CEO of Niantic even said that they want to release the game in over 200 regions in the world. So I definitely think it can maintain at least a good portion of its current popularity, especially since Pokemon Go currently only has the first generation of Pokemon, So there's still a lot that can be done with Pokemon Go to keep people's interest. But the thing that people haven't been asking, or at least I haven't seen people asking this, I haven't actively looked, but I'm wondering just how well Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing will do when they make their way on the mobile market this fall. Fire Emblem is really starting to hit its stride. Awakening has sold very well, Fates has sold even better, and Nintendo considers it to be a major franchise for them now. I don't know how well it'll do on the mobile market though. It's really tough for me to say, but I think it will at least do well enough. Animal Crossing, on the other hand, I can easily see being very successful. Mainly because, while it's not quite as big as Pokemon, it's proven to be a big franchise. Just look at the sales for New Leaf or Wild World. I think it could be a pretty big hit. Not Pokemon Go levels, but I think Animal Crossing will do great. Anyway, I think the next few years from Nintendo are going to be very exciting just because of all the things that they're planning. I'm glad that Pokemon Go is a phenomenon, and here's some more success for all their ventures going forward. That's it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.